session for the Somalis. And then the council said, "Oh, okay, that would be great. We know the Somalis; they don't come the mainstream sessions, but they say, but we don't have resources to run the session." Then we have said, "Oh, okay, from our side, we will bring some of our staff to volunteer, volunteer to run the session.
We just need the place.
So could you provide us the place, and also attach some of your staff?" And then they say, "Oh, that would be a good idea." And we have started, for example, running the session, and also then we raised some small amount of money to pay, because the center has got a football, a beach, table tennis, pool table, and a gym, ICT room, music production, a meeting hall, training room, that sort of things. So, and then we've raised some money to pay the hours of the gym tutor, who actually instructs the younger people when they're using and supervise the gym. And then our staff, some staff from the council, we run the session, and we made possible younger people to come and use it. So
how many days is that?
At the moment we run once a week.
Is it weekend?
No, on Mondays.
Right.
Every Monday from 6 to 9.
Right.
And the center called Southall Young Adult Center.
Right.
It is in Parkview Road, Southall.
Right. And is accessible by?
It is, yes,
all
it is
Somali?
accessible, yeah.
All male or females as well?
Male and female.
Right. But do you have sessions for females, knowing that?
In the past,
culture?
we have created separate session
Right.
for the Somali girls, but we haven't had enough people, enough girls who wants to come.
Right.
Because as the session is in the evening, most of the parents, they are reluctant to allow their girls to go out.
Right.
After the sunset.
Some
But
of the research
now,
that we done it in a shisha places, and it was quite shocking because parents, they don't know that their children will end up doing certain things if they don't allow them doing what you're providing.
Yeah.
So why, Mr. Abdullahi, you managed to secure such a place and other community center, they cannot do such a thing? What is the advantage that you have over them? Is it your staff? Is it you being a visionary? Is it any other reasons?
as an organization, we have been here to help and support the community.
Right.
In order to do that, then you have to commit by your own self in first place to spend more of your time voluntarily to go to the meetings, to get and find out the people who really are decision makers, to create a better network and relationship with the authorities. The time we've been working, we have managed to create a very working relationship with the local authorities and with the statutory and non-statutory organizations. And we became members in different forums and platforms like Children and Safeguarding Board of the local authority, Children Strategic Partnership, Local Strategic Partnership, the Southall Community Alliance Board, which is an umbrella body based in Southall. Also, effective member Ealing Community Frontier Services, Ealing Community Network, Police Advisory Group, IAG. We have been a member in that group for the last year, for the last 9 years now. We do attend all the local meetings, whether from the ward level or the borough level. Also, we do, if there is, we are those who are consulted even by the Home Office. If there are some issues, they would like to consult with the community. And we have very good relationship with other national institutions like the police, national level, or even DCLG.
So it has to do with positioning. You position yourself.
It has to do more about your engagement and your network,
Right.
and also more about your passionate to the work you wanted to do. So when the people realize that there is some certain some level of a sincerity that and the passion you have got the work you wanted to do, other people will appreciate that, and they will try to play in their role. I remember the Solomon School we used to run, although we are planning now to restart it again. We were using a school premises free of charge because we have established a very good relationship with the school. We've approached it to the school in first place and said, all right, we are this organization and we wanted to help you. Do you have any problem, or do you like anything you would like to work with the Somali community? Do you have any challenges working with the Somali parents? And then they said, yes, of course. And then I said, okay, we are here to help you. And then we established then a good relationship, which actually resulted to allow us to use the school premises as much as we like, free of charge.
So you became what we call a goal giver rather than a goal taker. So you offered them help first,
Yeah,
so they could
absolutely.
help you as well.
Yeah,
Right, that's an excellent strategy. So, Mr. Abdullahi, we're coming to the end of our discussion. If you could summarize the main challenges that Somali face in a few points, what would that be?
The Somali community in the diaspora faces very huge challenges. One of the challenges is number one is the adaptation of the environment we are. And also try to balance our relationship, our connection to Somalia, and our presence in here. So, and also to because sometimes it looks like some people, they may focus, they may put a lot of focus what's going on in Somalia, and then being neglected in here. So that then diverted us. In that it had in some sort of a diversion of the people's ability and the capacity, because if you unbalance it, the reality you live in, and what's going on back home, that will put you in a dilemma, or sometimes in turbulence, and then you're not there.
Right.
And some people, they may assume that they will go back to Somalia in one day, and then they never thought about, okay, how I will be able to settle in this country, to buy a house, to buy a community center, to create facilities for our children, to create facilities for our youth, to engage with
accepting the reality. They have not accepted the reality.
Yeah. It means the adaptation, and that is one of the I think mostly important, and also the challenge is how we actually could say how we reclaim our image as well, because sometimes it is a lot to do the image and the reputation, because the children who are growing up in this country, then the news they had about Somalia and Somalis is negative news, like being failed state, piracy, people who are dying for because of hunger, drought, famine, people who are criminals, and that sort of thing.
Very gloomy
So,
picture.
so then, the most important I think is how, as a community, will be to face these challenges and to
Live up to it.
live up to and to reclaim our reputation and create a very good role models for our children and younger generation.
In few points, Mr. Abdullah, what could be done? What is the solutions? What is the way out? Where do we go from here?
I think the solution, I believe, it has to come out within the community. The Somalis, we are those who can address this problem and these challenges. Other people, they could help us, but we have to do most of the work. Definitely, we need resources, but also we have to work out in various places, taking into account our own resources when it comes to our own intellectual resources and our own financial resources as well, and also create this the sense of the communityhood, the sense of the nationhood, and as if there's no proper function in Somali government in back home, we could be able still to create a sense of the community, and the nationhoodness here in the diaspora. We have to come together and discuss the issues and the challenges we are facing and try to address as it is, and
Collective effort.
collective effort is, and bring it together our intelligence and our resources as well.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting. I had one very important question, but I forget what it is.
طريقة خالص.
Hmm?
بالطريقة.
I had very important question. I completely forgot.